Hello, everybody. Congratulations on getting your 2023 planner. So we are going to go through how to use the planner to its full potential. So I'm going to walk you through the first section on how to use it and the weekly journal page and the weekly planning page to make sure that you guys are getting the most out of your purchase and also planning your best year and living out your best year. So first of all, thank you so much for supporting me and getting this planner. And my commitment to you and the outcomes that you can expect out of this is feeling a little less stressed, adding some more joy into your life and more experiences into your year that are going to fulfill you and bring you joy and help you be present with yourself and the relationships around you. So we are going to start out. I'm going to share my screen so you guys have a bigger view of this. And I have a kind of condensed version, and you guys can follow along on your planner. So this is the first page. So cover, and then the first page in here. So we're going to start from the very beginning. Then the I am welcome, I'm Kyley page. So if you guys don't know me, you can go to my website and read a little bit about me. My name is Kyley Paul. I have been a business owner for the last 8 years. I started my first consulting business in 2015 with a 1.5-year-old and another one on the way. So I have 2 little boys who are now 8 and 6. I have in that kind of process in the last 8 years, I have navigated a divorce and then getting back into a relationship, and in between there being a single mom for a period of time. And while I was a single mom, I was volunteering in the community. I was operating 3 corporations. I had staff under me. I had everything kind of going on. And what I love to do in my free time, the time where I'm not doing focused work, is learn specifically about myself, how I can improve my quality of life, how I can improve the quality of life of my kids and those around me. So I read self-help, professional development, personal growth, mental health awareness books, anything like that, spiritual awareness books, in order to kind of add more joy and fulfillment into my life. And this planner, I'm kind of known as a time organization guru, and this planner is a result of that. So it's 8 years of learning and trial and error and many different things all in one. And it's also meant to be kind of a 7-in-1 journal, personal growth planner, all of the above in one place for you. So the next page is your commitment to yourself. And I want you guys to be intentional when you're signing this or reading this and writing your name here, because the planner is no good if you don't use it. Just like you can have all the tools and resources around you, but if you don't know how to use them or set an intention to actually stay committed and to use them consistently, they're not going to do you any good, right? Having those, similar to having a gym membership and never going. So this is you committing to yourself that you're going to prioritize your happiness this year in all your domains of life. You're dedicated to working on your own growth, and you're responsible for your results. So holding yourself accountable for completing this and working on this on a daily and weekly basis. Now, the calendar starts in January. There is plenty of work to do before January to get your goal set and have everything going. And then if you don't want to work on it before January, then you can start in January to set your goals and go. But this page is very important for you to commit to yourself and be intentional about it. So then we've got the content page. So we're gonna, sorry about the glare there. We're going to go through the how to use guide. I'm going to go through the domain quiz with you, setting your goals, your love list, and your budget, and then we'll go into what the rest of the planner looks like on a weekly basis for your weekly journal and your weekly planning pages. So welcome. To get the most out of this planner, I recommend doing the first 4 sections, ideally before you start to use the rest of the planner. So even if it's during Christmas holidays, if you have Christmas holidays, you take a couple days or a day, or even set a few hours aside where you can focus and have quiet time to do these exercises and set yourself up for the year, the best year ever, the best year that you're gonna have. I highly encourage you to make this your own. So I say use colored pens, highlighters, anything that inspires you to use the planner daily. Stickers, get some stickers for yourself. Get some colored Post-it notes. Do whatever you need to do to add your flair and your personal personality into this planner so that you get to use it on a daily basis and have fun with it. That's kind of the whole point of this, is to add more fun, more joy into your life and reduce some of the stress. So let's get started. In order to know where you want to go, you need to know where you're starting from. I do a couple talks on the 3 steps to success, which are knowing what you want, knowing where you are, and then making the plan to get there. So it's just like a GPS. You need to know where you're going, your ending point, your point B, and then your starting point A in order to create the path, create the route to get there. So we're going to start with, where are we right now? Where are we starting from? Where are we at in our level of fulfillment and happiness in our different areas of life? And then we can track progress throughout the year on if we're getting happier, if we need to adjust something, if we're at some sort of plateau and need to reevaluate. So let's take a kind of baseline level of where you guys are at in your 3 domains of life. And the most important thing at the end here is to be honest and answer the following questions for your current reality right now. So this isn't what your future aspirations for your different domains of life is. It's, where are you right now? How are you feeling right now? So what are your 3 domains of life? Your 3 domains of life are health, wealth, and love. And as I mentioned in the beginning, I have done 8 years of personal development and growth on myself, and that's not kind of a here and there thing. I've committed thousands of hours and hundreds of thousands of dollars and read hundreds of books. I read about a book a week and listen, and I've been on webinars and masterminds and all kinds of different groups and conferences on this. And all of the experts, influencers, extremely successful people talk about their different areas of their life. And I've kind of combine them into 3 to make it very easy, very digestible, very easily comprehended by everyone. So health includes your physical health, your mental health, and your spiritual health. So for physical, it can include your fitness level, your body image, your internal health. For mental, it includes your knowledge, your intelligence, your education. For spiritual, your faith, mindfulness, your ethos, how you show up. What is your state of being? For your wealth domain, it includes financial, vocational, and legacy. So for finances, personal and business, debt, income versus expenses, pretty self-explanatory. Vocation, your career or role that you're currently fulfilling. The achievement or advancements that you're looking for. And then legacy is kind of what you leave behind. So community involvement, charity, impact, kind of what you're looking to leave with you behind. And then the 3rd domain of life is love, family, social, and fun. So family includes your relationships with your spouse, partner, your children, parents, siblings, everything in your kind of family arena. Social, friends, professional networking, community, and fun is you. So hobbies, self-care, joy. What do you love doing that brings you fun and happiness and a smile to your face? It could be anything. It could be reading quietly. It could be taking a bath. It could be taking a walk outside. It could be rock climbing. It could be something more extreme. It could be roller coasters. It could be going on an adventure in the Amazon. It could be anything. So it's what brings you joy. So let's start the quiz. I'm going to go through the quiz, all of the questions for just the health domain, and then I'll let you guys fill in for wealth and love. And then I should have mentioned, if you need to pause this video at any time or rewatch it or watch a certain section and then come back to it later, feel free. You don't have to watch it all the way through your first time. And yeah, and do this at your own pace. So questionnaire number 1 for your health domain. So we are choosing one area of your health domain to go through this first. So to kind of track progress in one specific area. And if you want to do this quiz multiple times on different areas of your health and track that, absolutely feel free to do that. And when with all the domains as well. But we're going to go through one area so that you kind of get an idea of how to go through it. And then if you want to track different areas of your domain throughout the year, absolutely feel free to do that. I recommend starting with one, and you can track that throughout the year and see how you progress. And if you're super ambitious and you want to try more than one, absolutely go for it and do that. And you can use different colored pens for that. You can write it all on the same sheet. You can kind of do it on a different piece of paper, whatever you want to do. So question number 1, rate your current level of happiness with your health. So for the sake of going through this, let's pick physical health and fitness level. So how much you move your body every day and your current fitness level. So are you 1, very unhappy, all the way to 5, could not be happier? So if you're a 5 on the physical health fitness scale, you can run a marathon tomorrow. You are super happy with your fitness level and you've achieved the ultimate level of success in your mind, for you, for your body, for your life. 1 is you feel very crummy every day. You have a hard time walking up the stairs. You get tired very easily. You don't have a lot of energy. So fill in, circle which answer is correlated for you. And again, I'm using the example of physical health fitness level. You can choose whatever is most applicable to you right now or what you intend on focusing on this year to track your progress. Number 2, rate your current level of fulfillment with your health. So 1, you're not fulfilled at all. 5, extremely fulfilled. So how is that different from happiness? So happiness is an emotion and how you're kind of feeling every day. Fulfillment is, does it give you meaning? Do you kind of wake up and want to do this activity? Is this part, is this an area that brings you joy all the time and you feel, it makes you feel kind of good on the inside and you get a positive feeling in your intuition when you're fulfilling it. Number 3, rate your current level of stress with your health. Number 1, cannot sleep, you're always stressed. Number 5, never stressed. I'm sure you can see the pattern that if you're 5, that you're kind of in the ultimate category for this domain. And then if you're kind of in the middle or if you're at a 1, then there's definitely room for development and progress in there that we can work on this year. Number 4, do you have health goals? So are you working towards anything currently? And this is, are you working on them now? Not, we're going to do some goal planning, not are you hoping to do them? Are you currently working towards any health goals that you've previously set? Number 5, have you had the same health goals for a period of time and not been able to reach them? So for fitness goals, for example, have you wanted to, for example, either run a marathon or run a 5K or run a 10K or run an obstacle course for a long time and not been able to do that? Has it slipped your calendar, or you've gotten a couple months into your training and then it kind of teetered off and you never ended up finishing the race or even registering for the race for that matter? Number 6, do you have regular destructive thoughts about your health? Negative self-talk, what you should and should not be doing. So this goes in line with the question before. If you've had a goal for a really long time, and then you kind of talk yourself out of it and be like, oh no, my favorite show's on, I'm going to watch that instead of going out training, or all my clothes fit, so I don't need to do that, or running marathons are silly. I can't run a marathon. Who do I think I am to run a marathon? Absolutely not. So that would kind of all fall into the category of if you're having self-talk or self-doubt around your health goals. Number 7, do you find yourself regularly complaining about your health to your friends, spouse, or coworkers? Do you make up excuses in this area? So you can even ask if you're not sure if you're consciously doing it. You may be subconsciously doing it or not. You can ask your spouse or partner or your friends or those around you if they've experienced that you're making up excuses in this area or regularly complaining about it, or not. So you can get feedback from those around you to determine these answers as well. So those are the 7 questions. So fill this out for health and then go through and do it for wealth. So again, just choose one area of the domain, whether it's financial, vocational, or legacy, to go through. And then also for love, so family, social, or fun. Fill these out for each area, at least one area of each domain, and answer all of the questions. So now we're going to uncover what your priority is and where you want to kind of work and set goals in. So let's uncover the top priority to work on setting your goals. Tally up your answers from questions 1 to 3. Your total will be between 3 and 15. And then for questions 4 to 7, if you marked yes, if you circled yes, then that's 1 point. And if you circled no, that's 2 points. So add up your total for all 7 questions. Which domain has the lowest score? So that will kind of uncover where you maybe want to focus a lot of progress and intention for this coming year, and bring some more joy and love and fulfillment into that domain. Give it a little extra attention. Does that feel accurate for you right now? So perhaps you scored the lowest in wealth, but it doesn't feel right to you. It may not feel right. So you can feel free to redo the quiz for a more specific area of the domain. So if you, for example, chose wealth and you chose finances and you went through and it was the lowest score, maybe choose personal or business finance or debt, or choose a different area of the domain altogether, maybe vocation, your career or role or legacy, and kind of go through it again and see what feels like it's the lowest score, to determine your priority so that we can do some goal setting, which is on the next page. And if you guys have any questions at any point, please feel free to email me, coachingwithkyley@gmail.com, and I'm happy to answer those, especially for you guys who have a planner in hand and want to use it to its maximum potential. Let's go to goals. So you guys are going to set 3 big goals for the year. Choose one goal for each domain. So for health, decide on one health goal for the year and write it down. We're going to write it down in the positive affirmation kind of template and way. So instead of writing it as I'm going to lose 20 pounds, we're going to write, I am my ideal body weight and feel amazing. See the kind of difference in that and how you feel when you say that every day, and you guys are going to write that every week. So I'm going to lose 20 pounds. The language in that makes you feel different and maybe not as inspired and motivated as I am my ideal body weight and feel amazing. So make sure to insert a word of how you want to feel when you have reached this goal. So how do you feel when you have succeeded in attaining this goal that you're setting for yourself? So on the next page, we're going to set up ourselves for success, and I'll go through that too. So build on an existing habit is a great way to set a new task in motion and to activate it. So for example, something that you are already doing will trigger a new habit. So if you have the intention to increase your fitness and you're going to do it incrementally, so you're going to do 10 jumping jacks 10 times a day, pair that with something that you're already doing. So for example, you wake up, you brush your teeth, then do 10 jumping jacks. You put the kids on the bus, or you finish dropping the kids off from school, do 10 jumping jacks. You finish checking your emails and close your inbox, do 10 jumping jacks. Something like that you're already doing, that you can pair your new habit against an existing habit to kind of trigger it much easier in your brain, so that you know when it's time to do this, instead of setting aside a new whole time to do it. Likely you won't execute on that, versus pairing it with something that you're already doing. Make it easier on yourself. We're going to work smarter, not harder, in 2023, and we're going to set our goals and we're going to attain them a lot easier. Promise. Block your time for this new daily habit and invest in proper equipment and resources. Make a list of what you will need to succeed. So that's on the next page. So if you guys want to do these one at a time, so for health, go through, write your goal, and then write down what you're going to need to succeed on it, then you can do that. So as you write it, you'll see if you flip the page. So we're here, then you write your intentions, and then the next page is setting yourself up for success. There we go. You can do those per domain instead of doing it kind of all at once. But I'm going to continue to go through this page. So deciding on a wealth goal for the year, write it down again, and you want to choose one area of the domain to focus on, similar to doing the quiz. I am debt-free. I feel calm and at peace, instead of I'm going to pay off $20,000 in debt. I am debt-free. I feel calm and at peace. So we're going to add a feeling of how we want to feel once we've accomplished this goal at the end of your affirmation of your goal setting. So use resources at your disposal, track your expenses monthly, plan your finances ahead of time to build your confidence in it. Create your buckets, worry-free. I have the bucket page on page 5 that we'll go to. And there is poverty. Sorry, guys. Power is in clarity with intention. So some people are very intimidated by setting financial goals and kind of learning how to track their expenses and budgeting and all those things. But if you make it easy for yourself and you decide to look at easy to follow templates and resources, I can guarantee there's resources out there that will work for you, that you don't have to start from scratch or create something new yourself, that there's something out there that will work for you in your specific situation. So, and it doesn't have to be a financial goal. Again, I just gave an example for one area of the wealth domain. You can set it, an intention and a goal for your vocation or your role or your legacy and your commitment to your community. Just the point of this is to write it in the positive I am sentence and attach a feeling to that of how you want to feel once you've achieved it. And then love. So decide on a love goal for the year and write it down. I am feeling loved and supported by my ideal partner. So I kind of switched it up there. I put the feelings first. And then if you are currently single and looking for a partner or hoping to find an ideal partner, you can still write this goal down. If this is your goal and your intention for the year is to find a partner, you can write that down of how you want to feel when you have found that ideal partner. This was something that I did when I was single, and really learning mostly about myself and the type of partner that would best support me and who I could be best supportive to. So I thought about all the things that I wanted to feel when I was with my partner and building a life together with them and how that would look like. So that's the intention with writing this goal and writing the feeling. Think about how you want to feel once you've achieved this goal. It could be setting a family goal of you want to get closer with your parents, for example, or your siblings, or a social goal, you're going to see your friends more often. Whatever it is, write it in the I am statement and attach a feeling to it. So your goal is to create joy. What do you want? List all the activities and experiences you want to arrange with your family, friends, community, and yourself. We're going to complete the love list in section 4 to do that, and we're going to put them in your calendar to prepare for your adventures. But first, you're going to set one love goal in one area of the domain, so whether that's family, social, or fun, and you are going to write it on this page right here, the next page. You're going to write your 3 big goals in your I am statements as per the examples on the previous page. So you want to write I am goal and feeling amazing, incredible, calm, empowered, motivated, whatever it is, whatever feeling that you expect or you're looking forward to feeling, or you know in your heart that you're going to feel once you've achieved that goal. You're going to attach that feeling and write I am goal and feeling amazing. So there's our goal setting. So now that we have our 3 goals for the year, we're going to work backwards from each goal and create a task for each month of the year. So a lot of people set big goals and then they don't break them down, so they never get achieved. So when we break down our goals and set monthly tasks to them, guess what? You have little tasks, little chunks to do that you are way more likely to execute on in order to achieve your goal. So if you have a fitness goal, for example, for your goal number 1 for your health, then you can set a daily movement goal. You can start by walking 10 minutes outside every day, and then every 2 months adding something, then maybe a 10-minute weight routine, or going with your friend to a spin class, or signing up for a gym, or signing up for an outdoor run group, or whatever that might be. You're going to break down your goals and then choose a month to execute that task. So goal number 1, you should have 12 mini broken down tasks to do. Goal number 2, goal number 3, and then you're going to write them for each month on this page. It may take a while. You may have some kind of subtasks to some of the monthly goals, but this is really, really, really powerful in order to increase your motivation and continue your motivation throughout the year by having the smaller tasks to execute every month. So instead of having this giant goal every month that you're kind of staring at and looking at, you have 3 small tasks to complete in 30 days to move yourself forward and progress towards your ultimate big goal. So that's what you're going to do on this page. And then the next page, you're set up for success. You're going to write down everything that you need to complete those tasks. So if you need a workout playlist, if you're going to work out at home, do you need any equipment? Do you need time? Do you need to move some furniture around so that you have space? What do you need to succeed at executing these monthly tasks? For wealth, do you need some resources? Do you need books? Do you need online templates? Do you need some free YouTube videos? What do you need in order to succeed at completing those tasks and executing them every month to get yourself on the path to completing those goals and achieving everything that you want for 2023? So write everything down here. The next section is your love list, which is my favorite thing to do. And I actually blocked out time tomorrow to do mine. So your love list is writing out everything that brings you joy. So I highly recommend that you take one column and you write everything that brings you joy for yourself. So this is not involving anyone else. This is, what do you want to do during an entire year, you have an entire year to do these things. What do you want to do for yourself that brings you joy? It could be as simple as reading a book. It could be as simple as taking 5 minutes of meditation time every day. It could be taking 5 extra minutes to journal at night. It could be going for a walk. It could be going to see movies every month. It could be going on a vacation. It could be traveling to a new destination. It could be anything. So one column, reserve for yourself. The other column, and if you want to take both columns for yourself, totally fine too. If you get going and you're like, yeah, I love this, I'm going to write down two big lists for myself. All the power to you, absolutely. If you're having trouble filling out both columns for things that you just want to do for yourself, you can take the other column and write down things that you love to do with your family, with your partner, with your spouse, with your friends, whoever is in your life that brings joy and fulfillment to you. Then you can write them on the other column. A lot of people, especially parents, are probably going to start writing family things first and family activities and family experiences that they want first, and might go a little nuts and take out both columns. Do not do that. Reserve at least one column for things for yourself. This is for you. You can do this activity with your family. It's really, really fun to do it actually with your kids one-on-one to see what they want to do and what they want to experience throughout the year. And it's really fun to do with your spouse too, and you want to do it with them. So don't do these lists for them. You want to do them with them, but also you want to do it for yourself. So make sure that you're doing it for yourself. And then you can do a column with your family and friends, or you can write both columns for yourself and then do a column for family and friends on another page, or however you want to do it. And then the next side is the months of the year. So you're going to take those tasks, you're going to take those experiences that you want to do. So you're going to take an activity from this side, and you're going to pick a month that you're going to do it. And then you're going to go to that month and you're going to put it on the calendar. So you're going to pick a day immediately and you're going to put it on the calendar. So activities and lists here, whatever brings you joy. And some things, if you want to do them every month, then put it on every month and then pick the day of the month that you're going to do it. But we are going to make sure that we are executing on the things that bring us joy and not just dreaming about them. So that's why we're picking a month that we're doing them and then putting it directly on the calendar so that we are setting intention behind these experiences and intention that we want to bring ourselves joy this year and execute on them. So pick a month, put it on, and dedicate that time to it. Put that time aside to do it. We have a year at a glance here. So if you need to highlight any dates for any reason, or vacations or holidays or whatever it is, that's available to you. And then we've got your budget page for the year. So this is a very simple version. I know some people like to do different ways to budget or have their budgets online on spreadsheets. This is just kind of an at a glance reference for you if you have an influx of cash and you're wondering where it should go, or if you are tight one month or whatever it is. So you have kind of an easy reference guide of where your money's going and how to kind of properly allocate it. This is based on an average kind of income, the percentages, and all. Again, I've read many books and many resources on this, on how to allocate this. And then I haven't included debt in here. You can include debt. So typically the ratio, if you're going to include debt, is 70% of your income is living expenses, 10% is for saving in future, paying yourself first, and then the 20% goes to debt. So we have allocated things a little bit differently on this page, but if you want to do that, then you just adjust your other percents accordingly. So if you're going to pay 10 to 20% of your income towards debt, if that's a financial goal of yours, then you reduce the percentages of your fixed expenses, your save expenses, and your guilt-free expenses. So it's not eliminating the categories, it's just reducing the percent on them to make sure that you're kind of hitting all of your financial goals versus some of them. So you can even add that at the bottom if you have some extra lines in there and you want to add a debt repayment plan, you can absolutely do that. So Just as a disclaimer, if you have a debt goal, that's how you can incorporate that and then just adjust the percentages. So 50 to 60% of income goes to your fixed expenses. So that's your mortgage or your rent, your kind of payments every month that you can't get away from. Your hydro, utilities, water, your gas and car payment or transportation, groceries and food, insurance, other bills, anything else that are fixed expenses, maybe kids' activities, anything like that, and put them up there. And the top corner there, 10% minimum of your income is where you pay yourself first. I like to set up automatic auto withdrawals from my account, so I don't even think about it, and you don't even see kind of it coming off your paycheck, and you just account for this and kind of the overall financial picture of your income and how you're allocating your finances. Your save expenses are 15 to 20% of your income or less if you're allocating 20% to debt repayment. So that includes gifts for family, so birthdays, Christmas, any other holidays, home decorations if that's important to you, or books perhaps, or other resources, anything that you like to buy but is not a fixed expense. Any extra activities. So if you take a Pilates class or yoga or something like that, that's an extra expense versus a fixed expense, and you can put it in there. And then guilt-free expenses are for vacations and personal shopping and things like that that you want to bring joy to your life. So anything that's on your love list from the page previously that takes some money, you can budget for it right here so that it's guilt-free and you are executing on these love list items by planning for it financially, in addition to setting time away from, setting time aside for it. So I thought of everything. You're not getting away from your love list experiences. You're doing them. You're going to plan for them and your expenses, and you're going to put them on the calendar, and you're going to have more joy in your life. I promise. I did this. I've been doing this for the past 3 or 4 years. And I can tell you that I have been I do it seasonally. I do them kind of for the year, and then I revisit them every season to make sure that I'm hitting everything. And I look back on my camera reels and the experiences that my boys and I have had, and my family, and just me by myself. I wouldn't have done them if I hadn't written them down and planned for them and put them on my calendar. So it's such a fun thing to do, like to actually think about what you want to do and to do it, have it on the calendar, prioritize it, and intentionally experience it. It's incredible. And then this is kind of the last piece of the puzzle by adding in the financial aspect to make sure that you're planning ahead for it. Done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You got it all planned out. You're going to execute on it. All right, let's get into the last section that I'm going to go through, which is our weekly journal and our weekly planning page. So every month you have a quote from a highly recommended book that I have read multiple times. So every month has a new quote I have read, and all of them come from my top 100 books recommendation, which is a free download on my website. The Magic of Believing by Claude Bristol. I don't even know how many times I've read it, probably 15. I was reading it multiple times a year for a few years, and at least once a year after that. So excellent book. Every book that I've quoted in here, I highly recommend for everyone. So what you exhibit outwardly, you are inwardly. You are the product of your own thought. What you believe yourself to be, you are, which is such a powerful reminder. And I've got some really powerful reminders for the ongoing months. But January, I chose Magic of Believing by Claude Bristol because it is actually probably my number 1 favorite book. And then you've got January, and then you guys have, so there's the quote, there's your January page, and then you've got the full month calendar here. You can write down your broken down tasks for January for your 3 tasks for your top 3 goals right here. And then any priorities that you have in January. So for example, some of your left list items, if you have them in January, write them down here so that you guys have them visible, and they're ready to go for you. All right, weekly journal sheet. This is what I'm most excited for the planner, to be honest, because I am replacing 7 other journals that are all over my house into one page that I can see weekly. And in my opinion, it is not overwhelming because you're not answering 10 questions in the morning, 10 questions at night. I've been through multiple productivity planners, and for my lifestyle where I own multiple businesses, I have kids, I have dogs, I have a partner, I have all the things, this is the most practical for me to do on a daily basis, complete this whole page on a weekly basis, and stay on top of everything that I want to do. So your top section is your I am statements for your goals. I am achieving my goals. So you're going to go back to your 3 big goal I am statements, and you're going to write them down every single week. So this page where you wrote down your goals, every week, you're going to remind yourself that you are achieving these goals. So I am my ideal weight and feel amazing. I am debt-free and feel calm and at peace. I am enjoying the best life with my loving ideal partner. Whatever your goals are, and make sure that your feeling statement is in there so you can write it with intention and feel it. Your beliefs is the next section. So this is any affirmations that you want to ingrain into your subconscious and really feel on a daily basis. So I gave an example of I am worthy there. You can write, I am deserving of all of my success. I am exactly where I'm meant to be. My ideal opportunities are naturally drawn to me. I feel incredible when I execute at my highest potential. I have all the resources, or I am equipped with all the resources necessary for my ultimate success. You can look up affirmations, you can make up your own. There are lots of spiritual books that have lots of affirmations in them. If you're looking for some particular ones, A Happy Pocket Full of Money is one of my favorite books. It's also quoted in the planner. That has a lot of great positive affirmations. Amanda Francis's new book, Rich as Fuck, has a lot of positive affirmations in it. There's a lot of books out there that have a lot of positive affirmations, and you can choose whatever resonates for you. That's the most important part. You don't want to blindly choose these affirmation statements. You want to feel what is applicable for you and you can feel in your heart and is really intentional for what you're doing. So you're writing those down. And then gratitude section, I am grateful for. So this is something you can jot down 3 things a day. You can jot down 1 thing a day. You can write a whole list one day, one morning, or one afternoon when you're feeling extremely grateful for something. You can fill it in as you go. So that's pretty self-explanatory. It could be anything that you're grateful for in that moment. It could be the sunshine. It could be your slippers, your comfy slippers. It could be the weather, your spouse, nice quality paper. It could be anything. Your pen is working great. Literally anything. Just write down what you're grateful for, and it will instantly shift your mood, and it's a really great practice to do on a daily and weekly basis. Next section is your habit tracker. So I have 5 lists, a space for 5 habits for you to put in there. Ideally, all 5 shouldn't be new habits. It's really difficult to start 5 new habits at the same time. I would start 1 new habit at a time and maybe build 1 new habit after every 2 months. After 60 days, you typically have built in a new habit and have that ingrained in your new routine. This could be drinking enough water. This could be walking outside. This could be getting some movement in during the day. This could be reading, journaling, executing on your tasks, putting your phone away for a certain period of time, being present with your partner or your kids. It could be asking yourself a question every day. It could be filling out your planner every day. You can have that in there. And then you've got the little check boxes for the days of the week there for you to kind of keep track of how you're doing. And then beside that, we have what inspires and excites you the most this week. So what do you have going on that you are looking forward to and excited for? some bullet points there for any new ideas you have for the week, and 3 things that you desire this week. So it could be as simple as like 5 minutes of peace and quiet. I often desire that on a weekly basis. It could be a new shampoo. It could be filling out your planner. It could be achieving, finishing a task that you've been working on for a while. It could be feeling joy at one point every day. It could be feeling grateful every day. It could be anything. So you can fill that in whenever you're inspired to during the week, and then write your week at the end, and you can write a little note beside it. You can fill in the stars, you can color them in, you can checkbox it, you can exit, you can do whatever you want. And yeah, so that's your weekly journal that I believe is very doable every week and hopefully fun for you to fill out. And then also like a great reminder of your progress that you're kind of working towards and achieving in this planner. So then we've got your weekly productivity sheet, planning sheet. I'm just going to go to the January 2nd one since we're starting in January. I did start the week on December 26th there, so you got an extra week of planning because January 1st is on a Sunday, but we're just going to start on the Monday on the January 2nd week, and I'll just walk you through this. So the days of the week section here is meant to be your tasks that you're executing on a week, or if you have any appointments or things like that, important meetings to jot in during the week. And then your weekly goals are probably the most important section of what you need to complete that week to progress you forward and to meet your target for the week or your target for the month when you're working towards your 3 big goals. And then any priorities you have. So if you want to make reminders, you have priority to maybe remember to eat lunch or drink enough water, or priority to put your phone away between certain hours, or get outside for a walk or walk the dogs, whatever it is. And then a little note section on the bottom if you have any other ideas or need to remember something. As parents, we always have to remember something, parent-teacher interviews, bringing snow pants to school, or sunscreen, whatever month it is of the year, to write a little note for yourself in there so that you have that available. And again, with this page, you might find that you want some more room, or you want to color code it, or you want to write different stickers or whatever it is. So feel free to play around with this page. I will probably be using this page as is, and then I might put a sticky note on here for a certain day if I have like a ton of tasks to do, just as like a pop of color, and then a reminder that I have different things to do. So make it your own, use this planner to its fullest potential, and have fun with it. And then I just wanted to show you guys two last things before we wrap up. So at the end of every month, you have a celebration page. So it's really, really, really important to consistently celebrate yourself. And you can even fill this out at the end of every week, at the beginning of every week, whenever you have something to celebrate, write it down during the month. And it's so fun to look back at your year and see what you were celebrating and see all the things that you've achieved throughout the year and what you've been celebrating. So celebration page at the end of every month. You have a full note page at the end of every month to write extra notes or journaling prompts or whatever you need to do. You have that extra space. And then every 3 months, you have a happiness check-in. So this is at the end of March, the first one, and then every 3 months after that, you have a happiness check-in to check your progress on how you're feeling and your fulfillment and your happiness in your 3 domains throughout the year. So how am I doing on my goals? How's my overall fulfillment? Am I progressing forward? So you can do a like little mini self-check-in every 3 months to see if you need to reevaluate, realign, reaffirm the goals that you want to do, maybe make any adjustments, or get some new resources to help inspire you and motivate you so that you continue to execute on the tasks that you need to. So we have 3 questions. This is the micro version of the first domain quiz. So 3 questions for each of the 3 domains, super quick for you to fill out every 3 months to track your progress on how you're feeling. And then at the end of this, you have a certificate of achievement for completing your 2023 planner, for all your hard work and dedication and commitment, and for you guys to be proud of yourselves for this accomplishment. So it's really big deal to commit to yourself and to do this consistently for the whole year. And I've got a little congratulations note in there, and then some more information if you guys are interested in learning more about me and my programs and what we've got going on. So I'm done. That is your kind of walkthrough guide of the 2023 Live Your Best Life Planner. If you have any questions, as always, please email me, coachingwithkyley@gmail.com. Check out my website, check out my Instagram, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy your planner. Have your best year ever. Thank you guys.